Now that we have made it through the introduction, we can move on to the first of the six chief doctrines of the Small Catechism, which is the Ten Commandments, or God's law. The first question is, what are the Ten Commandments? And the answer is the Ten Commandments are God's law, his good and loving will for the lives and well-being of all people. Now, we have a lot of views on the law today. Churches that claim to be Christian might say things like you need to uphold the law for the inheritance or to be saved, while other churches might say you can completely ignore the law because Jesus saved us from that and it's only all about Jesus. Problems with that are we have in Matthew 5:17, Jesus said, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." So Jesus came, he lived a perfect sinless life, and he fulfilled the law in that manner to be the perfect lamb, the perfect sacrifice. Galatians 3:17 and 18 say, "The law which came 430 years afterward does not annul a covenant previously ratified by God so as to make the promise void. For if the inheritance comes by the law, it no longer comes by promise, but God gave it to Abraham by a promise." So this is referencing that Abraham received the promise of the Messiah before the law was even given to God's people. So we already had the gospel and the law present in the Old Testament as they were looking forward to the coming Messiah. Now the law is not where we get our inheritance. It is what shows us that we are sinners, we do not live up to God's perfect will, and that we need the gospel. We need Jesus to save us from this. And so it is his good and perfect and loving will for our lives and generally for our well-being. However, we know that the law and the gospel are two separate doctrines, and we can't confuse these by saying you need to uphold the law for the benefits of the gospel or that the law is completely unnecessary, because both of these doctrines are necessary.